Yep.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Wow, that was great. No views till more later, like practicing or whatever. Hello, my name is Tova. I'm the creative director and CEO here at Austin Poetry Slam. Thank you so much for going. If you're upon tonight, and you're like, damn, you say gay real loud. I do. Because it's hella gay tonight.
Yeah.
It's gay tonight.
Yeah.
Okay? The little shit you did with your best friend in college and your dorm room you don't think about, it's that kind of thing. Okay? It's like, I ain't thought about Stephanie since. Anyway, let me show y'all again. So happy to be here. This is our first week back with children, Lord. If you just hold me. Everybody, if you know a teacher, if you ask them, are they all right? They not. They've been at work, but they ain't been at work. Because work is when you with the kids, and then they tell you all the teeth made. And girl, I'm with this dude now. I'm not with that one. Miss Charles, can you pull me out? I cannot. I actually have a job. Well, like, what's your job though? That's a real great question. I'm trying to figure that out as well. Thank you so much for bringing it into the space. So that's where I am right now. I know who's with who. I know who broke up with who. I also don't know who is achieving today, but that is where we fucking are right now. So welcome back to school. If you're back in school, give it up to the people that's back in school. Give it up for the people that's surviving in 108-degree weather. Give it up for yourself. I was like, this is the gayest shirt I have. It is a reference to Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is hella gay. She gay now on cartoons. You know what? And if I had a third kid, which I would never fucking do, but if I had, they would be named Harley. I might name my dog Harley. I'm gonna get it. Don't tell my kids. It's a surprise. They can watch it. It's past your bed. It's not past your bedtime, but they're watching like PBS or like Wild Kratts, whatever the fuck is on there. So they're not even watching this right now. So I'm like super gay, even though it's like in black because I'm black, and then I wore gay shit because I'm gay everywhere. The first annual Pride Slam, the Boston Poetry Slam. Pride in June. I'm so glad you asked. Thank you for bringing it to the space. Fuck you. Okay, so the reason why we're not having it in June for whatever reason, Austin has decided that Pride is in August, which is the hottest month of the year. They're kind of throwing shade at gay people because they're like, yeah, you want a parade, bitch? Go outside in 108 degrees and guess what? We're not gonna wear clothes. Okay, we gonna wear rainbows instead of actual clothes, okay? All right, so we have a slam tonight. We have 6 amazing, wonderful, intelligent, vastly different poets. They're gonna do 666, which is what the Lord has said. If hell had just gay people, sign me fucking up. People have the other people, and you know what I fucking mean by the other people. Give me the hell. No, I'm just kidding. Hey. Hey girl. Anyway, so we are going to start this show really soon. We are going to start the show now. But before we do, judges, let me tell you what's happening.
Right.
Okay, so you see little scorecards on your tables. Do you see it? Point to them. Point to them in 3. Point to the, oh, I see pointing. I don't see pointing at, yes, 2. Oh, I see it. 1, I'm also an educator. Did you know? I told you. 1 and 0. Okay. All right, listen to me. From me to you, you to me. None of the poets can hear this. Your table is the judge. So y'all need to quickly, one, become friends. Two, think of somebody that's the scribe. If your signature is shit, don't be the scribe. You're not that guy. Or you're not that girl. Out. Know yourself, know you well. Deacon Drake told that to us before. So anyway, please write up the scorecard. Who is going to? So you have 10 seconds to figure out who's going to be your scribe, and then put up your scorecard. Who is the scribe? 10. Let's go. 9. Who you got? 1. 8. Got further away from you. That's fine. 7. 6. 5. 8. Wait, that's not numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Can you hold up your scorecard? Let's get the first I'm going to tell you what to do. Don't listen. The poets ain't even here, okay? It's just me and you and me, okay? All right. You do whatever the fuck you want to on the scorecards, okay? You're going to judge people from 0 being the worst shit you ever heard in your life. It's like your parents didn't pay for cable, and the only channel you had was C-SPAN. Yeah. You just got to watch C-SPAN all day by people that cannot read or actually write. Writing laws for you. Okay? All right, that's a 0. 10 is, oh my gosh, let everyone just not pay taxes. Yeah. Oh, you like taxes. Okay, great. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I was gonna say a Captain Planet reference, but I was gonna I'm a millennial. Oh, you. Everyone in 1995 will go, just not. Okay, so everyone that's a millennial. It's like 10 is a Captain Planet. 0 is heart. Right. Yeah. Well, you know where I am. You know where I am. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Everyone else is below. 10 is you got viral on TikTok by just like having a cool song on and just like brushing your hair. That's a 10. A 0 is being weird on the internet and now everybody's clocking you and then you're like, I'm not gonna apologize because I'm true to who I am. That's not. You know? Just apologize. Even if you don't believe it, just okay. Anyway, so you got the range. Great. Like the Olympics, we're gonna use decimal points, and there's no time penalty when you bring your scores in. Jordan, big up there flipping and tossing, and you like, shit, you're 47 seconds. Yeah. You probably didn't either. So like, right now, okay? Oh, sorry, too soon? No. Okay, great. All right. So, thank you, judges. We would not be able to have this show without you. Okay. I'm almost 40, y'all. I'm tired. Okay, audience members. Okay. From me to you to me. The judges don't even hear us. Yeah. Fuck them judges. Yeah. I don't even know them. She got cool hair. They got cool hair. They cool. I don't even know their names. So what you have to do, you got a job too. You thought you was here just to watch? Ha ha. Joke's on you. Okay? All right. You gotta sway these judges, okay? Yeah. Just like the election. You just gotta okay? Here you go. Here's the thing. If they do a score fitting of that poet, what are you gonna do? Is the boo directed to any one person? No. They're numbers. Don't take it personal. It's just a game. So everyone can write. What happens if everyone starts writing? Stop writing. Dictatorship. Okay, here we go. Right. What did they get on the That's right. That's right. Get some water. My lymph nodes are a little swollen, so if you need some water, go and get some. They're over there. It's free. All right. I'm taking the mic. All right. Okay. All right. All right. That was cute. Yeah. Okay. Clap like it's your mama. If you don't like your mama, Clap like it's your best friend and she just got through a breakup, or he got through a breakup with a really narcissistic asshole, bitch ass hoe. And they finally say, you know what? Fuck him. Or them. Or her. All of them. To a point that makes me happy. Yeah. You stand up or not stand up. You don't have to stand up. But that's the person that's coming up on the stage every time, okay? Yeah. It's your friend that got through a breakup and they've been with that person for 3 years, and you be like, bitch, why is you there? You like, bitch, I don't know. But then they figured it out, and now they up on the stage, okay? Right. So when I say narcissistic, literally the whole town was like, oh. Because everyone knows one fucking narcissistic ex that you like. If I could burn you in the building I found you, I swear to God, and get the insurance money. Anyway, here we go. So before we start with the first round, though, see, judges, y'all know, because I hadn't told you, but I'm gonna tell you now. You about to have a sacrificial poet coming in here. Are they? They not in the competition, but they of the competition. If you went to church, you understand what that means. All right. I went there a couple of times. You go, I didn't want to go to this fun. And that was like gay people bad. I was like, about how 1 + 1 is 2. Bad. I'm like a badass bitch. I mean, if you saying bad like badass bitch, yeah, that's me. Like bad, like I can't make that many gay people in the fucking world, and then we all bad. Like he was just like all these people just wipe them out. We going to heaven. Fuck you. All right. Anyway, so here we go. So we're gonna have a sacrificial poet tonight. That poet's gonna do poems. They're gonna poem and then poem and then poem, and then you're gonna give them a score. And then, hey, I forgot to tell you, please use decimal points. Yeah. All of you decimal points. I'm gonna say it one more time. Olympic style. Use all of them. If you like, I think it's the 8.7. Use some fucking odd numbers. Let's go, baby. We got what's that? Google Sheets, and it adds that shit up for us. So let's go. All right. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Stop laughing.
Note from my therapist before we begin. Amen. I don't trust men. Amen. But I put the whole of me into them. I'm not sure why. I know I was 5 when I first discovered sex. Walking in on my mother and the boyfriend who beat her until her face matched all the colors of the garden gates. When I came home from foster care to heroin needles and bent spoons in my Barbie house, that is not a metaphor for lost childhood. 9 when my grandfather took the innocence that remained. My teens were for trying to be perfect. Good enough to deserve love, beyond reproach, tried to tiptoe through life so as to not disturb the sleeping giant of my father's influence. I failed. So my 20s were boisterous, loud, wanted to shake the ground my foundation was rooted in, pull out the festering rot because I knew destruction can often lead to growth. Decided that my love language was touch because I was so starved of touch that grew from love, I accepted getting fucked in its place. I allowed men to skim through and indulge in the parts that spoke to them, like their Bible, like their religion is not getting too invested. How could anyone love a woman so broken? Then there was him. Broken too, but beautiful still, whole somehow. The morning after the first time I fell asleep in his arms, I swear I could still feel his hand resting on the places I felt most insecure about. But this felt safe. So why does that feel so scary? The universe broke us both in different ways, and the leftover issues fit together perfectly, like the pieces of a fucked up puzzle. Like my abandonment issues, his avoidant attachment interlocked to create a cycle of rejection and resentment that feels like the safest rooms of my broken childhood home. I could paint the universe with all the colors I've chameleoned myself into to qualify myself to be his love. Yet when he tells me I'm beautiful, I don't believe him. And I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to not be too much or not be enough of whatever is deemed valuable enough to hold on to by men who are everything and nothing at all. But he holds enough space for me to be all of me. Encourages my voice even when it's not what he wants to hear. So my 30s are a Christmas. Transformative. Rebuilding of body parts that were disassembled and given out to men as participation trophies. But now, I believe him when he says I'm beautiful. More than that, though, I don't need him to.
Right. This is your first time we get it right or right numbers on the board. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scores up. Y'all need to help us collaborate as a team. Or you be a dictator and you just put numbers down and then you put it up and that's fine. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. 8 and up. Is that okay? And oh, okay. All right. What's the number again? Say it with me. Sorry. Let's go. All right, 40. You said 9.62. Okay, great. I love that we have this. Just one class to decimal point is great. It's okay. I know how to round up and down. I don't know much math, but I got that. I know how to round shit up and round shit down. So if I only got $9.15, I'll be telling my daughter, hey, I only got $9. I know how to do that. Okay. So be confident, stand on business. I ain't saying it yet. Come on, bring it up. Stand on that iron. Some. All right, come on. All right, this is your. You can put it. You think I remember it? I got this. Vacation. Eat back to back that good, my girl. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go for. Ooh, that. You could have been bad. All right, come on. I have a 8.5. I have 8.7. I have a 9.2. A 9.5. And a 9.6.
9.74.
Keep I get a queer shit one time.
Queer shit.
I never knew what it meant to straddle the fence until I had to choose between fighting for my sexuality space within my puzzle of a black body and fighting for my black body, it seems. I'm always stuck on the go, always fighting for the next call while I am eating myself alive, when in reality, I just like to be eaten out. By notice, another crotch fruit bearing potential mate to meet to make my Caleb feel sweet release nectar bathe in her waters, sunk in her sun. She was a cell clue, and I only knew how to unweave her rarity to bask in her marvel. I want to be loved and not feared. Because I hear about them stories with women who like women that only come up missing. And if they do return to earth landings, their throats be closed, not able to mutter words, tongues be too tied up. I don't be wanting my gayness this thing to be the reason I don't rise again, because sometimes it feels like the manna that was supposed to fall from heaven definitely wasn't meant for my black ass and 40 acres, and the gay mule wasn't meant for me neither. Now, why did I get the gay mule? Because Black people were striving for freedom through acknowledgement of personhood, which meant they were already sought as something of some value, just not personhood, where my Black gays are still fighting to be viewed, period. So you see the struggle. That was during slavery times, but I, in 2024, still possess the same fight, trying to be seen as valuable in all of my Blackness, in all of my queerness. Time stands still where my life hangs in the balance while anxiety makes me a pillow and my depression be the bed I wallow in. I wallow in my own uncertainty and the hole just gets deeper. Makes me call the whole home and I hate her here. She always creeps back to me. I grew into orgasms help when achieved by myself. I can heal the whole of me. It's funny to me because this poem was supposed to be about sex and ended up being about my battle with loving myself. I'm straddling the fence again, but maybe that's the best climax I could offer.
Yeah.
Give it up for that poem. 2, 3, 4. I know it's super faster than before. I got 1. Got 2. Hey, there it is. Got 3s right there. The more's coming up. You made me take it. I feel like I can see. I got 4. They thinking about it. Hey, that's it. All right. Let me just see what it is. And he wrote it smaller. You just want to talk. And all right, are you? Hold on, pause real quick. Give it up. Oh no, I'm not doing that yet. Okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. From what I have a 7.5. Then I have 8.8. Then I have a another 0.4, another 0.5, and that's the 8.9. Hey, yeah, that's what that is. God damn it, Dave. You know me and my heart. Hold on, let me do it one more time. 6.5.
You.
8.8.
I feel like you now talking to me in a good way. The whiskey is taking us. Okay, 7.5. 8.8. 8.9.
27.1.
New shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes soul searching, researching sexualities like there's going to be a pride flag pop quiz any moment now. The prizes for which include bragging rights, a queer sort of superiority complex, and a Starbucks gift card. Of course. In my digging and deep diving, I found myself struck by not a sexual orientation, but by a romantic one, for which that sort of attraction exists on a spectrum, a scale where I was surprised to find myself slid somewhere to the side defined by scarcity. But what kind of spectrum would it be if I situated myself skirting the periphery? No, I exist somewhere in the middle, in the messy maybe. And through my introspection, identifying my experience, giving it designation and definition, now that I know its name, I sometimes think to myself that it would be simpler, safer, if there were no gray in my aromanticism, no occasion in which I might want or seek something deeper. If I were smart, I would find the tether holding my heart and slice it through. Excise the tendons, keeping my attention turned taut in one direction, a clean cut, made with a finely honed blade or a jagged hole torn through with something serrated. So I never forget the once dire need to bleed out the feelings feeding on my insides. I understand there's something desirable in the high that comes with discovering a special someone, deserving of all the love in your whole fucking heart. In its entirety and its intensity, and my God, how exhausting. Some people feel like that all the time. I can count to 3 multiplied by 5 and spell out the loves of my life, each their own lightning strike, sudden and scary and slamming into my heart like a shock to the system. I was somehow surprised each time because I saw none of them coming, and then I was sad as eventually I watched all of them go. The problem with gray romanticism is the capacity for potential. Falling in love may be inconceivable, unbelievable, improbable, and implausible, but not entirely impossible. Which is worrisome because there is no warning before your heart is wrenched to life, defenseless, because why would you need defenses for a heart that's naturally fenced in? There is a reason that my first reaction to the onset of romantic attraction is, oh, shit. Regardless, I'm glad now to know what it's called, to know better how to navigate dating and not forcing feelings that simply will not come. To know that there is nothing wrong with me. Pride flag hot quiz. You'll likely never find it on a parade float, but do you know what the gray romantic flag looks like? Yeah.
Yes, your brain can remember all the things and it's taken out. So that is Christine. Ooh. The can and I didn't say woo. Books. Okay. English is fun. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, scores. I got 1, got 2, got 3, got 4, then I got 5. It's the lighting, it's not you. I promise you it's not. Okay, so we load it up. 7.0. 8.3.
27.
Great. Remember that time less than 1 year ago at a nearby city council meeting? Some gonna shut this gay shit down piece of shit guy built up his gruffiest, upsetting voice and spoke about his confusion about why this town should allow LGBTQ plus pride to be seen as something to be proud of, rather than the false equivalency of honoring firefighters and police officers, the true heroes. And the city council said, "You're right, no to gay pride." And within 2 weeks, just another bullied kid at the local high school in the very same town killed himself dead. I guess there weren't any firefighters or police officer false equivalency heroes sufficient to keep another teenager from feeling hated and worth nothing. Mr. City Council, shut any gay shit down guy, must be extremely proud of himself for sticking to his guns. Here's the thing about having pride. Celebrating our community's true heroes who dare to show the support for apparently pernicious as fuck rainbow flags in a fucked up backwards bullshit town like that. Sometimes the chief characteristics of heroes is the bravery that it takes to be seen as who we are, unapologetically, in the face of hatred's putrefied bullshit, for exactly the people who we feel that the only way to survive is to keep themselves invisible in their own local town. Another teenager dead. Another city council shithead saying they're trying to shove it down our throats. Always that image, as if ever.
Yeah.
Well, they actively try to shove us out of belonging in our own town. Rethink what it means to be a hero. rethink what it means to be brave. Then, with or without rainbows, maybe the word pride will have enough context to be understood by anyone not choosing to remain willfully ignorant.
Give it up for that poet. Judges, 1, 2, 3, scores up. I love it. Martinis, margarita. We about to get loose tonight on Wednesday. All right, 3, 2, 1, scores up. I got 1, I got 2, got 3, got 4, got 5. 7.1. Yes. 6.5.
Woo!
6.9.
Woo!
7.1. I don't know if you've ever been a performance, but it's when you're doing your poem and you're like, my mom and my dad both love me, please go back. And the mic goes down on you, you automatically come into a rage. So I'm gonna adjust this. I think, Mike, are you ready? But some hot shit is about to happen to you, and I need you to be prepared for yourself.
Being gay is trying at the best of times. I am a sapiosexual, so intelligence is attractive. I have anxiety, so a conversation is required. Instead, I get, hi, can I send you a dick pic as an opener? I get stuck. I get, here's my face pic, wanna fuck? I get looking, I get a dick pic. 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 I get an ungodly amount of dick pics. Even Satan is scared to check my messages. And usually the dick is next to some random household object, something like a stick of deodorant, a TV remote, a toilet paper roll, a beer can, a Nintendo Switch remote, a shot glass, a quarter. It's so bad that I've made a drinking game out of it. Anytime I'm out with my friends, we play. The game is titled Dick Pic or Not. It's simple. I open Grindr and wait 20 minutes later, I have a handful of messages, and then my friends and I take turns guessing if the profile labeled discreet mask for mask only white has sent me his face or if it's in fact his dick. For the record, it's always his dick. Even if I have a conversation before, hookups are awkward. Like last week when this guy suddenly grabbed my hair and said, I can be as kinky as you want. And I was like, whoa, dude. The first time we kissed is not going to say something like that. This is not what we discussed. I came here for vanilla sex. That being said, depending on how this goes, that's not necessarily off the table. I'm not a prude. I'm open with my sexuality. I enjoy good sex the way bodies communicate hunger and longing and desire and passion. I have never had bad sex. Okay, that's not entirely true. Joseph, if you ever hear this, I'm sorry. In my defense, I took 3 edibles, never imagining that we would meet and they all hit right as we slid beneath the sheets. That aside, though, I've never had bad sex. Bad sex, I assume, is the result of differing expectations and lack of communication. And I'm not afraid to say, stop. Is this all right? Can we take a break? Hold me. I'm not afraid to laugh during sex because sex isn't always sexy, and that's okay. I've been told that I project an air of confidence in bed, but the reality is I'm always a nervous wreck. But this body understands the ocean, the soft whisper of a breeze, the caress of a kiss. Everyone thinks that priests wear holy robes, but being naked and vulnerable is the most holy I've ever been.
Yeah.
Men want to treat me like a $5 steak, but sex with me is a 7-course meal that begs you leave. leaves you begging for another feast. I'm not good. I'm great. I am human. I am emotional. All I want is to be treated as such. All I want is honesty. All I want is to be able to say goodnight and for it to be true.
Yeah.
Three, God. I have nothing. That's fine. I have one. I have two. They're coming up. There's a third one. The one is coming up. They're thinking about it really hard. How is it really? Okay. From low to high. A 9.0. 9.0. 9.5. 26.
28 years.
The library is open because reading is what? Fundamental, developmental, a place to seek knowledge and shelter. Hallucinating, admiring tattoos on dead trees, queens usually indicated someone of royalty. Now drag queens have a target on their back, with books on fire and libraries under fire. When is my existence going to be safe? There are 70 countries where it is still illegal to be gay. People are fleeing their country and their families to avoid getting executed. Hard to grow in a closet. No sunlight, no water. Boy in the cupboard under the stairs, children trapped in cages at the border, queers killed in countries all around the world. Everywhere they step is explosive. Lightly dancing, twirling, pivoting, avoiding minefields, battlegrounds, dodging bullets and ropes, lip sync with a mask, ever enchanting, spellcasting, silencing, staring, starstruck. They would love to take away our shine. I should be in a field of green. I, mariposas, where the flower petals are painted by fairies. Sorcier, Ryan, Day Soleil, sun shimmering, my skin sparkling. How can people hate me but look for rainbows after rain? Don't they know that we are colored? People admire the thought of me. Flowers plucked, petals torn, roots dug up and shredded, never to feel a place called home again. They didn't know the queens they dragged would be the pillars to the community. They threatened to drag us to the sagebush, didn't know that sage was a word for wisdom. This plant used in rituals for healing and cleansing, weaponizing nature, forcing us to be complicit, compliant. I might just start a riot. Fuck no, I will not stay discreet or down low. Don't say gay, you mean don't say hate. These things are not synonymous. I thought that was obvious. Your fear does not give you the power to erase me. Queers have been breeding your cows, brewing your beer, even making the guns you used to shoot us. Everyone is scared of AIDS, and all we need is some aid. High praise to the gays in older age. Those who were told to pray the gay away paved the way for those like me. In many countries all across the world, you can report someone for being gay. A cop can probe you, can execute you, violate you, and use violence to erase you. If only they knew probing would only discover there isn't anything there. No tumor or mass, no disease, nothing you can catch, but my existence is a crime. Outlawed refugee, I dream of a place where I can sleep without eyes peeking. We are colored, unlike black and white, vibrant, stunning, striking, full of life. I want to live in a field of green, where the only red is blush in my cheeks, not fire. Where the yellow is sunlight in my eyes, not caution tape at a crime scene. Where the blue and violet is for flowers and not bruises. Where flowers are plentiful and growing together, not in scarcity. I'm tired of being scared to walk out, always looking over my shoulder. Heartbeat, stop, no pulse, holes where heart should be. When walking out of the closet at pulse, overkill. So many of my friends dead. I'm really over worrying about being killed. Please, just let me be.
I know, oh my God, I'm coming so bad. Well, let's look at Vegas. conversation, you know, conversation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have that number. 0.5.
Hey,
0.4. 0.7.
27.
27.
Julia Roberts.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Meditation's in a U-Haul. What a perfect model. CRTV from 1993. 13-inch baby cracking the teeth. How good it looks next to emerald green cadenza. Next to these neoclassical silver-plated candlestick holders, frames heads peering out from a delicate silver touch. I think more like eagles. Look, I told her. Look, I love this Edison bowl, dangling bare naked in this anglerfish home. Even in pictures, it burns near explosion with the searing gun of a fistful of sun, but so quickly. Too bad. But I know I love her, because of how easily I let her go. While every day I let her float far, far away from me, knowing she won't really. How does she move without moving so powerfully down the hall? When she leaves, I practice my breathing. It was this chronic breathlessness is what always killed me. But she comes back and back again, ushering seasons on her back. Winter at 2 a.m., spring at 5. I stopped dreaming for love years ago because I have it. How beautiful it is to sit with her on this chaise couch and hold something, really hold it.
Judges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. Got 4. Ooh, and I got 5. Low to high. I see that. I see you, and I see that. Thank you so much.
Hey, Lord.
First round of poetry. So I told you it was 666. It is gonna be fast and it's gonna be quick. Unlike lesbian sex, it's not fast, nor is it quick. There's no quickie lesbian sex. We're just here. And we're in it to win it. It's like a marathon more than a sprint. So we're gonna wait for our amazing minister of points, Mr. Dave, to give us for Mr. Dave tonight. While we're doing that, to give some church announcements and give some recognition and honor is due. Please go up our social media manager. She keeps us in line and in check and make sure that you all know what the fuck is going on because I won't. Please give us a Amen. And good drinks. I don't know what that is. It's number one. Steve-O, where you at? He left us. Does he not know we have abandonment issues and we don't do well with people just leaving us? Okay, I'll ask him later. I believe he said 30 something, but that's pretty good. I don't even drink beer, but it's magic. I don't know what the fuck is in that. All right, so this is the order we're going in for the second round. It'll be 10. No. Because letter sounds, I know that because I went to college. Okay, Tony Manor, it's gonna be Christine Lou. And it'll be, you can clap, that's fine. And Ricky Tyson. So let's kick off this second round and then we will have a break and then we will have our money round. and the money's gonna be moneying because it's already in Venmo. So like I figured to pay y'all motherfuckers.
Gay shit.
Yeah.
Grandpa Bud had a boyfriend. Yeah, I said it out loud and I'll say it again. Even though nobody else ever wanted to say it, Grandpa Bud had a capital B boyfriend. Even when our steeped in family religion overruling generations of man love with silence could have helped save my own life, quietly left riddled with an ingrained suicidal shame of being gay, while the truth of Grandpa Bud's concrete love of a man remained righteously unspoken. This is not loudmouth kid, though, coming out through outright confession to religious leader men, rather than living within the unbearable weight of nature remaining hidden in that unsurvivable camouflage. Call me a coward. No one can ever understand the purpose of anyone, especially an unworthy other than who otherwise was so special to God and everyone. Such wasted potential, living to ever say anything out loud, unnecessarily bringing about a whole church court hammering out another damned excommunication. But that's another poem. This poem's about Grandpa Bud having a boyfriend that everyone knew about, but that no one felt they could talk about throughout all of those decades of unspeakable love, unable to come out, just left on its own walkabout, gone, starved to death for love's eternal words and any of life's eye contact, hoping to at least be thought of as counting while everyone else counted on Grandpa, not ever saying, "John Midgley, I love you," if that's how you say his name out loud. He existed without love poems ever being written for him in ink until now. Just as although of Grandpa's being tolerated at a quiet distance by Grandma and Grandpa's grown kids, although again and again tolerated much less from the family who carried the shame of his name, left dying after withering with limp wrists and without any of them wanting to have anything to do with either of those two men so in love. So my grandpa took care of everything. John's burial plot, John's headstone, attending his funeral alone. He stood with his boyfriend, John Midgley, whose family of counterfeit blood stuck still within religion's safe refusals, unable to acknowledge their hate-filled misunderstandings of either God or love, leaving them both alone, instead only seeing what needed to remain buried, hidden, and unmentionable. I see you, John, with my grandpa, Bud. Now there's a love poem for you. From your own, spoken from a stage to a microphone. I see you two finding a way of keeping together here, now, forever, after you were both safely gone. Yeah.
No one did the swords up. Y'all don't listen to me. That's fine. If you hear a poem to gay shit, then you say gay shit like this shit. So I'm gonna practice with y'all so y'all know. Okay? Gay shit?
Yeah.
Do you have to be gay to say it? No. This is your time to say gay real loud. And like, no one's gonna judge you. Then your rolls around, they be like, "Oh, you fucking gay." You can say it. It's okay. Just say it. It's okay. Sometimes you want to say gay, but like positively, and then your friends are like, "Fuck you." And guess what? Whoever is joking about it or making fun of you, they're the gay one. Okay. Next up, all right. From low to high, I have numbers, and I'm gonna say them from low to actual high. From low to high. 8.7.
Yeah.
me rest easy when I think of them, but gets me restless when we're sharing a bed. Because my mind is locked on the places our skin is pressed together. It's the same way a body scan never knocks me out because my brain is busy cataloging the weight of their thigh on my hip and the feeling of their forearm draped in the dip of my waist. It's the kind of softness that settles my sensory overload by captivating my senses with something more compelling, cozying me up in comfort so my restlessness is still restorative. And while my body never learned to shut itself off, my mind realized over time that to shut itself up was simply to lay back and let the feeling of falling grow into something grounding, like aerial roots sprouting in response to the brush of their breath on my throat. It's the kind of softness that brings quiet, quick thoughts quelled and quit racing, perception pinpointed on the pace of their pulse and how mine strives to synchronize. As I lay with my cheek pressed against their carotid, feeling the flutter on my face like butterfly wings, I wonder if I slid down to rest my ear on their chest, would I hear the ocean? As their heartbeat drums its way through the canals, separating the us out here from the me settled in my mind. It's the kind of softness where the dulcet sounds of sleep are hypnotizing in the same way time flies for fun. Not sure where the minutes went, they weren't spent on sleeping. Perhaps they slipped somewhere between the sheets and the scent of their skin. Something to remember when the bed is made come morning. It's the kind of softness that makes me wonder if what awaits me in dreams in any way outweighs the warmth wrapped around me in the waking world. Because I never learned to meditate, but I think this is how it's supposed to feel. My body disappearing save for the space housing the stars that make up the winding constellation of our arms threaded through one another. It's the kind of softness that makes me contemplate weightlessness, wherein I am not falling at all, but floating somewhere on the waking side of sleep, where Morpheus waves me off and says, come when you're ready. It's the kind of softness that says, I don't think I'll ever be ready, but eventually I'll come anyway.
One, two, three, 4, 5, score up in the air and just don't care. Boom. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I went to school for English literature, but I definitely know a little bit of math. Okay, here we go. All right, indeed, you're right. I'm 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm also obedient. Right. 7th grade. 8.2. 8.2. And 8.54. And 8.5.
Yeah.
8.5.
All right, vacation days, part 1.
Yeah.
Birds. We will now be taking a quick commercial break. Look at these colors. Taste the straws and bears in the air as something cries, where? Do this, do that. Hand me the key. Hand it to me like that. There. Sit and let it hang. Let them all leave. Close your eyes. Now open. It all looks the same, doesn't it? Notice that the difference is what you think is happening. There's nothing here, nothing outside of here. Notice that it's okay. Pigment on these growing walls, view of the ocean sloshing in its open basin. Below your feet, you can hear the birds, they're sick and crying, and you can stand at the closed window where you barely have to listen. You see the warm tangerine radio break waves on your arms, necks, chest, eyelids. Yes, you can see it. Everything you see is real. Yes, it is. When we return to the program, just a few minutes now, don't worry, I'll let you know. You will not be there. I will be there. I will tell you what I find will bring you what do you want. A wristband with your name on it, a
puzzle piece dropped by flightless birds next world over. Who knows how they managed to get it here or why? Does anybody know? It all seems impossible to you, all of it. You don't have to understand it. Not now. Wouldn't it be awfully naive if you thought you did?
My car's like, I just did that. Just did 1, 2, 3, 4. And yes, like you just don't give a care. But you care because that's why you're here for Friday. What? I have a 6.7.
Hey.
7.7. No, 7.9. And 8.0. And 8.0. 23.6. Give it up the point. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Okay. I get a gay shit one time. Love of war, love of war. I've been drowning for a while now. Been lost at sea, flailing off into the faint. I've been kept away from myself. I've weighed my own sun, no light here. Been victim to myself, call that sin. To self, no, I never sinned. For help, I'm falling. Something like a soldier for my own army, but there is no commander, so I'll proceed with caution. I mean, I write to keep from dying. I mean, I write to keep living. Because if I finish this draft and I gotta wake up in the morning to edit it, this shit is real, y'all. My soul stays steady, pondering life on the edge or dead. Funk like a new beat, solid, clean kick, push, push it, fuck it. I'm trying to find a way out, but my anxiety is begging for just one more night in my arms, like a hookup that just won't go away. Like, how you ain't know you was just for a night though? Like, yeah, you fucked up my breathing with your head game, and that was nice, but the strap was mediocre, so I'm just keep calling my phone. Won't leave me alone. How much ever addicted is the panic after the one consistent pussy you've indulged in? Person you've engaged and kept around. No longer messages back or puts forth the effort like, damn, I'm gonna remain where bitches who fuck, but now we're stuck with no luck. She's blocked after a few unanswered messages. Read, I'm working on myself. I'm by myself. I'm a pool, the most striking waters. I'm in an ocean, and I don't know how to swim too good. I am drowning slowly. Grimly, I reap thee, for I know the wrongs I've committed, but I know yours too. And one of us getting into heaven, it ain't you, or maybe earth and heaven. For all we know, love is war, and I've been drowning long as I've been loved, long as I've been alive. So I guess love is war, and I have to admit, I've always liked it rough. Two, three, four. No, you don't feel like anywhere. Don't be shy. I got one. Uh-huh. I got one. Y'all didn't practice. I got two, I got three. Okay, I got four, and I got five. That's a 9.5. Look at that. I know the other ones. Yeah. No. Don't feel anything. You're dead inside. That's great. I'd like to. Okay, wait, put it back. Quick, real quick. Okay, still have that 9.4, but what about a 9.5 though? Huh?
9-7.
Defense against the dark arts. Seeker, finder, hunter, gatherer, I am profoundly versed in the procurement of delusion. I used to think that if I worked harder, other people would treat me differently. Better, but I stood 10 toes down on a root stick, wand at the ready, reaching for the golden snitch just to capture it. So how come it doesn't feel like I won? I am a symbol of hope, yet I feel empty. Imposter, Harry Potter, Olivier, don't think too hard. If I think too hard about him, it hurts. 3 minutes full of thoughts has enough pain to bring me to the floor, sweet so I can levitate. Some would say elevate, I would say dissipate. I feel like I want to apparate out of here. 300 million volts of electricity and lightning, and I feel every single one through the scars you left.
Yeah.
I just want to obliviate. I just want to put a wand to my head and pull. I want to pull the wand. I want to pull the memory out. I thought you were going to be my Patronus, and you turned out to be my Dementor. A Death Eater trying to be a Lord. Voldemort, I have fought dragons, tooth and nail, went through trial after trial. I had slayed giants and drank polyjuice potions. I understand why you might think I belong with you. I am great at disguising, casting illusions. I have created rooms within walls when required and welcomed you in when no one else was there. Darkness was shrouding us in invisibility. I have talked with snakes, so I know when I see it, your vile, unthinkable people dare not speak your name because you are associated with plagues and death, disease, torture, menacing, maniacal evil. You killed innocents, took life and drank the blood of a unicorn, destroyed every world you could see until you couldn't be nothing more. Nothing that does that is human anymore. Split your soul into 7 just to destroy yourself beyond recognition. Even if it kills me, I don't want to be connected to you anymore.
Jeez. One, two, three, scores. Oh my God, you're only matching everything to realize that this is true. All right, I got one. I got two, got three. Then thinking about it. That fourth is coming up. Boom, it's there. It's in there. 8.5.
Yes. Nothing but the bit.
I love that. Command from
Case shit. I grew up up on prayers of forgiveness, things like, give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our sins as we forgive those that have sinned against us. It was easy. Cleanse me of guilt before I knew to have a conscience. It was the perfect system until it wasn't. Until the guilt became a constant companion, something that I couldn't rid myself of, until they told me that because I was gay, I wasn't sin unclean. I kept forgiving them, but they never forgave me for existing. Said that it was the spawn of Satan, said that I was damned, said that I didn't deserve to be their equal. And at some point, I believed them. So to that end, hail Satan, person of every man equal rights. I mean, hail to the prince of darkness, the Lord of lies. I mean, hail to the only Father willing to claim me, to being alive in spite of hatred, to loving myself when no one else would. What I mean is, I fear God's wrath more than Satan's tongue. What I mean is, if hell is the lake of fire, then sign me up for a lakefront property because I look damn good in a Speedo. What I mean is, I haven't been in a church since 2014, and I have felt more love, more forgiveness. I've seen more holy, more acceptance since than I ever did in a church. What I mean is, if I'm already damned, then I might as well make a deal with the devil. The truth is, I believe in witchcraft and hexes and curses. I believe in sacrificing all the dead and dying things in my life. I believe in being power hungry and glorying in my successes. I believe in bathing in the blood of my enemies. I believe anyone can be a goddess. Anything can be holy. I believe in love and finding joy in debauchery. I believe in hope. I claim titles like bastard, refuse to be the legacy of empty husks or dead things. What I mean is, I'm tired of playing dead for your conscience. What I mean is, religion is not all bad, but I'm tired of trying to find Christ in you. I'm tired of being crucified, tired of hearing discrimination disguised as personal belief. What I mean is, hail Satan, because at least he gives a damn. I'm so tired of repeating empty prayers, so I came up with my own. To that end, our Father who art in hell, hallowed be my name. Give me this day my daily dose of dick. Forgive me my awkward ways as I forgive those who still insist on wearing Crocs for whatever reason. Lead the boys into temptation. Deliver them to my bed on a case-by-case basis. For I am demanding the power and the allure and the domination forever and ever. Amen.
I know that time. I also study sign language. That is good. I got one, I got two, I got three. There's a fourth. Just thinking about it, is it gay enough? All right. And if you're not gay, you're welcome. If you are gay, we're here every Wednesday. We're gonna take a 5-minute break in the room and get back to our money round. Please go patronize the bar. Go get something to drink. Go do your thing, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, see you in a bit. Bye. Oh my God,
Do you need another sack since there's less people?
That is not up to me. That is up to
I'd rather be with you than my, you make my heart scream and holler. And I don't remember the rest. What? Okay, I have a couple of church announcements. Yeah, wait. I have a teacher. I can pause and then look at you like, baby girl, I am sorry. You're not. So I did, we have some amazing guests tonight, and also like often be having shit going on all the fucking time. And I be forgetting that like, oh, I live in a city that like people be coming here just to do shit. Yeah. Like DreamCon is here, and I was like, damn, I miss DreamCon. What was I doing? Nothing. I was at the house. But I saw it on TikTok, and that was amazing. Thank you so much for people that went there. So the August 15th through the 18th, the Pan-African Film Festival is going on. A weekend of acclaimed cinema from the nation's premier Black Film and Arts Festival. It is sponsored by the Texas Commission of Arts. I don't know what the fuck happened there. The economic development of Austin, they got a lot of lines over here. The city of Austin made sure they put their ass on here. Anyway, the Austin Film Society as well. Where will it be held? At AMF Seneca. Damn.
A cinema.
All right, the cinema. Okay. If you are old Austin, it's Lincoln Square. Oh, someone say it. God damn. Okay. If you're new Austin, it's the Link where Vivo's is. They got good margaritas. Hey, man. That's the only place I know how to play. I know what the drinks are. Or much else. All right. So please go to, if you would like to know more. We're giving a $4 discount on each bag. We're giving a $4 discount for anybody that is in this building. Making it. It is austinfilm.org / because we're still using those now. PAFF, Pan-African. If you was like, damn, I want to really support Black people, and it's in August, but I don't know how to do it because it's not Black History Month. And this is a picture of Luther Vandross. Listen, I know a lot of y'all were not alive when he already went on to the ancestors, but listen, if you were at any 90s wedding, they played any of his songs. They even if it was the breakup songs, they played his songs. Either this or Pretty Wings, which like if those people are still together.
Congratulations.
Did you listen to Pretty Wings? Y'all don't listen to words. Okay, so
One more thing.
amen.
So PAF 2024 is the code.
Yeah.
What is the code?
PAF, PAFF 2024 is real easy.
That's very big word. PAFF 2024. The year you in, is it past? No, it's not. Non-Negroes. PAFF. Don't worry about the letter spell, just fill it out and get the discount. Okay, amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right, we're gonna get into this final round. Hold this.
I think that that's not our judges.
Don't leave. Judges, oh no. All right, so we lost judges, but they've given it to you all. Have they given it to you all? Did they give you the judging score things? Amen. Go move over so you can see, because that seat is actually the shittiest one of all. I really feel bad about making it a VIP. I don't want to do that, but economy. Amen. Give it up our new judging panel over here. I'm gay and I'm going home. I love that. I love that. When you're gay and you're also like an adult, you gotta like go to work. You're like, girl, I'm gay, but like it's time to go home. I have to be at work in the morning. They don't give a fuck about me being gay. They do give a fuck if I'm at work on time. I love that for us. Okay, here we go. So okay. That feels
Blacklisted.
something. That feels like something. Okay, what I'm gonna tell you, I want you to put it in your brain. Okay, think of this. This is a first grader, okay? Giving their first speech ever in front of humans. Not just like to their mom because they have to listen because they're like, Mom, look what I can do. And you do some weird shit. And I'm like, yay! You did that. My kids do that to me all the time. My son came up to me. This is a quick story. Sorry. My son was like, Mommy. And he has like this lizard that we stole from the Houston Zoo. And yes, I am. It was laying there for me. I was like, God, you want me to take it? And they was like, yeah. Shit. $50. Anyway, lizard. We tried to change it, but he was like, no, Mommy, that's a lizard. I was like, hey, what the fuck you say? So anyway, he's like, Mommy. I said, I want to brush my teeth. No, Mommy, don't brush your teeth yet. I have something to show you. He's 4 now. He's 3. 4?
Wow.
2021, do the math, whatever, what the fuck that is. He said, Mommy. He's like, let me show you something. And he just started whipping the tail around. He's like, Mommy, I made a circle. And I was like, fuck, you did. That's the best fucking circle I made. He's like, anyway, I don't know where it's a stuffed
You
lizard.
should specify that.
Oh, hey man, I'm sorry. All the PETA people were like, it's a gecko stuffed plushie, but he just calls it lizard. Also, my daughter has a thing that's a lion, and she calls it a tiger. And I was like, no, baby, that's a tiger. She said, its name is lion. Are you not being respectful of its name? She's 8. Thanks for playing. Okay, here we go. All right, so I don't know where that story was going because I ADHD. Let's get to the show.
Oh, fun. So, vacation days, the next 2 parts. Part 2 is called the Jello. You want the Jello, but you won't ask for it. You see him there eating it in his chair. He stacked 4 cups of Jello next to it. Say, I'll take the next one. You wouldn't even eat it if the nurse had said it pretty for you. So what's there to indicate you want it? The idea, the belief. The Jello is the color of absinthe. The Jello is not the song. Jello is a turtle lost its shell, still warm, tender beating. The Jello, it's a muscle. The Jello is aware of this conversation right now. The Jello voted for Al Gore. The Jello is a favorite movie. You could eat it and then it would be inside you. To some people, it seems so simple an equation to consume a body and keep it, but you know it's more like quantum physics. It takes time and calculation to make nice with the Jello and introduce yourself carefully. It's okay if the Jello doesn't immediately warm up to you or you need to step away. Conversations with Jello or any of its relatives can be intense, so take it slowly, breathe. That's it, breathe. When you're ready, start from the top. Tell it. 1, your name. 2, your birthday. 3, your favorite color. 4, your pH balance. This might take some pre-planning. 5, your blood type. 6, your favorite film. 7, your favorite shade of green. 8, your most recent meals. The Jello can get along with any foods, it just needs time to prepare.
6, any history of mental illness in the family. And 10, ring size. These relationships can get serious if it goes well. Be honest, above all. The jello will know by the taste of your saliva or the number of freckles on your nose today if you're lying or holding anything back. And you know it knows, doesn't it? Don't you? Look at these Kelly Green walls, frothy and raving. They wouldn't lie to you, would they? Number 3, part 3, called the book. There, the stark unity of this Plutonian landscape, or so he said, that's what he told you. You trust his words because they're in print, although you couldn't tell us exactly what they meant. He told you that divulging the electric scorch of a dark crescent cloud pressed on the kid's chest on his head like a hat which is 2 arms too short for the thunder of bodies picking up war in their wake, the stampede of mindless inertia, stammering the plateaus of a red planet too bathed in its own ideas which wind up in uneven winds, then settle, never to be touched again, just like you. And even he has not observed them, and neither have you. Somewhere, sitting with your legs outstretched and your hands in the middle, you are good, he says. So the kid stands there as we watch him stand there, as the pounding kiss the highlands and ideas wreak their havoc where they can, while we watch and he watches, and he's so far away from the event horizon where events are happening, but as far as he is, you are even farther. You even know where you are? If you want to touch it, you have to slither, you have to crawl, you have to cry. You have to discard all the metal, food, and water in your pockets, pick up your legs, and walk right out. You have to find someone to come get you because it's too far to walk. So here's your phone. Here's your tampon and your wallet. Here, your laces. Take your life and leave. Do you want it back? Aren't you glad we saved it for you?
One, two, you for the judges together. Amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4. You weren't here before, but we didn't just one thing. You got it. We got this together. Okay. You're already a pro. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll blow the high. Have a 7.8. 0. An 8.2. An 8.3. And a 9.4.
Yay, shit.
Yay.
They used to tar and feather the unwanted people, doing true evil to who they all agreed were the truly true evil, claiming to know exactly what was threatening the goodness of community, thinking that God was saying what it takes to show love and devotion for all that God has done is a good public humiliation. Not just the barbaric back then, the attempted equivalents of that still happen from nonprofit pulpits, politicians, and pretty news people, because Jesus is our favorite fascist. Tell me none of that's true. Hot, tar, melting skin, covered with public relations, fluffing feathers, in a way that could be fuzzy jeered at from safe distances by entire communities kept scared, grateful, and sacred. Then, after everyone has left, victorious with pitchforks, hurrahs, comes the careful loosening, cooled, thickened tar, pulling off layers of epidermis, a long word for truth that's hated, being left underfoot in piles, bloodied and dead with the sickening experience of rendering as useless what was a human being, connected with their body's frontline protector. Integumentary, just trying to keep it together. Stripped of this, the lumped and left human's immutable spirit, not leaving yet, gets lit, the baptism of fire, climbing into anti-gravity's catapult like a flaming rock in David's slingshot, built to topple infallible giants, pulled back, taught to baptize right, every bit of human wherewithal completely intact, understanding that humanity no longer belonged here, saying with a ferocity that will never be understood by people who stand around wide-eyed, saying nothing, while watching another balled up orb of human flayed human, glistening with blood and delicious moonlight, ready, and the X marks the spot to smile, saying to the stink of soul captor wannabes and sheepish go along with anythings, go ahead and hit launch, motherfuckers. Beautiful freedom. Never really knowing how to fly. The floating glow of embers, another book burning.
Yeah, poet judges. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, and I have 2, and I have 3 more. And 5. All right, here we go. From low to high. I have a 6.5, and I have an 8.2, an 8.3, and 9.0,
I've got flat teeth, the kind of flat that came from years of grinding them together like gears, the kind of flat that got that way from decades of clenching my jaw, trapping my tongue inside my mouth like a beast in some sort of sunny white enamel cage. I've got dull canines, like I accidentally filed my fangs away because maybe they were just a little too sharp. Because when I opened my mouth as an adolescent, the volume of vitriol woven through my witticisms was just this side of vicious, like a viper striking out because it's just realized it's venomous. I remember my mother imparting, "You've got a wit that's sharp and can cut like a knife. Try to use it for something good, like defending the defenseless." And what she meant was, with great power comes great responsibility. But what I heard was, don't be selfish. You don't need to use that barbed tongue to defend yourself, only the helpless. I've got flat teeth, the way pressure wears stone smooth, removing the grooves that gave them character. Like maybe I realized too late that biting down on nothing does nothing to dispel the power of my jaw. That the pressure of pressing my mouth shut had to go somewhere. See, I learned early that the issue with opening your mouth is that eventually something unfortunate is either going to find its way in or out. Like that time when I was 20 and the dentist tutted disapprovingly while standing over me, his latex fingertips tugging my lips out of the way to tell me condescendingly, "Oh, sweetheart, you ground half your teeth away." First of all, sir, let's not exaggerate. Secondly, don't fucking call me sweetheart while you've got your hands in my mouth. I don't like it. It makes me feel icky.
Right.
But I didn't actually say that, did I? Of course not. I was 20 years old, flat on my back, and he had a metal pick touching my tongue. So as soon as he cleared my lips, I did what I learned young, and my teeth clicked closed. Or maybe like that time when I was 21, working a closing shift with my kindly old coworker, the kind of guy who walked me to my car at night, even though I didn't really need him to. You know, the nice one. The septuagenarian who put his tongue in my mouth because he thought I might be into it. Too shocked to see, all I could eke out was, "You ruined it." Before my fist slammed into his shoulder, my jaw snapped shut, and I went home to wash my mouth out with bleach, but settled for a bottle of bourbon. Or maybe like every time I've opened my mouth only to have words thrust inside like they belonged there. Spending the next 5 to 10 minutes with my tongue tied, trying to spit out the truth as though the lies were ever mine in the first fucking place. Fortunately, I've learned a thing or two in my 30s. I've learned that words spoken in self-defense aren't selfish. And while I may have flat teeth, I've got a jaw that I've been working out for years. And you know what? It's giving me the bite force of a goddamn pit bull.
Yeah.
One, 2, 3, 4, up in the air, like you just don't give a care. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love it. Gonna love was coming in the back. Up, up, up. All right, okay, cool. So, what party?
On my knees, muscles clenched, stomach wrecked, clothes in tatters, wondering what matters, sweating bullets and Bible verses, hands torn with everything left, body broken, bleeding from lashes, chains of oppression scattered. My body is a rainbow of tragedy. Red running down over the black and blue, a skin rotting yellow, eyes closed, too close to the truth or the past, the walls of the church around him, the worst teachers he's ever had, a cross or a crucifix hanging down, head heavy from the thorn crown. Once a devout believer would tell you a story and shake your hand, smile, affirm you, tell you that God can redeem you, bring you to salvation. Only if you stay away from temptation. Only if you tithe and oblige, care about your reputation. Not anymore, nothing left but kneeling on this floor. I understand Christianity. Recently converted, created, castrated, nothing left to pray. I understand why you believe in your God. I gave mine away, traded him for the secrets of the universe. Your God is a magician, levitating, rose-colored sunglasses. I traded mine for bullet holes and black eyes. Your God is a mischievous God, a trickster, spinning straw into gold and nothing into hope. I traded mine. My hope for a sense of reality. Your God is a scapegoat, someone you can run to when things are wrong, someone who has sung you songs, someone you have faith in to keep going. Your God takes blame. Your God takes people away. Your God gives out cancer like cars and kills babies. Your God takes, and yet you run to him for a safe place. My God, don't you see that this is insane? I traded all of that, gave it away, no longer spoke his name. My throat began to rust and decay, no longer looking up to frame my eyes wide clear that not everything happens for a reason. I traded my safe place for a way to make me feel less insane, to try to understand this pain, to understand that we are all the same. These are the prayers of a man who had nails in his tongue. He is no longer cross-eyed. His faith has simply died and said that God created everything. Spoke light into being, screamed rivers into the earth, and with the same flick of his tongue, he created suffering. His people condemn good people, people who are kind simply because they don't have like minds. I just can't find any part of myself to get behind a cult like that, a culture, a religion so ingrained in the pews around me, so few and far between as a Christian looking to be understanding. I am simply healing in a broken down church with a broken down faith. And I've lost my will to pray.
Yep.
You One, 2, 3, start up. Got 1, got 2, got 3, got 4. Hey, that bit's coming up. Y'all talking about it. That's fine. All right. 8.8. 9.0. Sorry. 1, I can't see. 2, I apologize. Okay. What did I say your score was? Fuck. All right, can you put up the score that you just had 5 seconds ago? If you had whiskey, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I want to do it right because this could be a core moment for someone. I don't know. I watched and I watched another one. Inside Out. Well, Up also makes me cry, so I don't know. All of them made me cry. All right, let's try it one more time for the people in the back, i.e. me. All right, so here we go. From the 8.8, 9.0, 0.2, 0.5, just so much, but you know, I get a new queer shit. To write something about queerness. I wanted to write something about happiness. I wanted to write something good about being gay.
Amen.
But all that comes to my brain is darkness, blackness. I think about how I think blackness is bad. I wonder why we created that narrative. I often think about marriage. And how my dad, an ordained minister, the man who's been my pastor for my entire life, wouldn't marry me if I married a woman. It's not because marriage don't seem all that cool. I think about all the queer kids who never grow up to be queer adults. There's no catch here, it's because they're dead. I don't know why writing about this matters so much to me. I can't change the world, and I know that. But maybe it cleanses my guilt, my silence, because sometimes all I have is a pen and no voice. I wonder if all the rainbows that come in the sky after it rains for a little while are the queer kids and their lingering cries. At least there's joy and color, I think. So I'll bleed red for security. I'll bleed orange because it's my favorite color, so why the fuck not? It represents me. I'll bleed yellow because it will shine through me like the sun. I'll bleed green because, well, queer folk need money. I am the queer folk in need of funds. For real, I'll bleed a shade of blue for water's tranquility. I'll bleed indigo to feel like the royalty that I am, that we all are. I'll bleed violet to leave our stain on this earth in the most gleefully of matters. I will bleed the whole motherfucking rainbow. I don't know if you heard me. I will bleed the whole motherfucking rainbow for every queer kid who feels unsafe to come out yet. For every trans woman who denied herself the pleasure of dating freely for fear that she'll be killed. For every gay boy in grade school who constantly endures bullying, I will be the motherfucking rainbow. I will be the motherfucking rainbow. I will be the rainbow for I am the shining, illuminated being that keeps fighting for another chance. Today I write. Tomorrow I conquer. And I will do it as gaily as I possibly fucking can. Right. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of you got enough. Great. Okay, I got 2. Great. Got 3. Cool. I can read. Got 4. Getting good. There's a 5th. Boom. I can see that now. And I'm looking at it clearly. All right, here we go from low to fucking high. And the 7.8. 7.3.
Gay shit.
Yay.
When asked why there is no straight pride, I shudder in horror as I imagine all the shades of khakis that would entail. I imagine the parade and how it looked like a traffic jam on 35 with floats sponsored by Salvation Army. Workers Original. I imagine banning heterosexual marriages, or maybe just banning straight people from the military, or telling them that they can't use public restrooms, or forcing them to wear patches on their sleeves so that everyone can identify them. I imagine what it would look like if being straight were illegal and we arrested them, stoned them, waited outside bars and rats and beat them, yelled "breeder" as they walked past. I imagine refusing to work with straight people, to provide health care for them, or walking them away from diseases like, I don't know, diabetes. I don't have to try hard to imagine these things. You see, this is the history of my people. Pride is a reminder of rebellion, of how far we have come, how much further we still have to go. I shudder at the apathy displayed by these people because they will never know the fear of coming out or going on a date or holding hands or feeling like you don't belong or being told that you are an abomination going to hell, damned. But it's not my job or anyone else's in this community to educate you on this. Nobody taught me, so why would I coddle the ignorance of people who refuse to educate themselves? A simple Google search is all it takes. Okay, I lied. I'm feeling a little generous, so I'll give you a head start. Look up Stonewall. Look up Gay is Good, Harvey Milk, Reagan and HIV, Polari, Conversion Therapy, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, Marriage Equality, Matthew Shepard, Trans Military Ban, Pulse Nightclub, Adoption Regulations in Texas, Next Benedict. I could go on and on. You see, there are plenty of reasons why we need pride. When I think of pride, I think of all the friends I've buried over the years. People who were never accepted. I think of broken, bloody, defiant. I've spent years ashamed of existing, tried praying away the gay, lied about all the good in my life, still hesitate to call someone boyfriend, struggle to imagine a life where being gay has ended in me being dead, and you want to cheapen our struggle, something that we never asked for, just so that you can have a parade too? When asked about straight pride, I shudder in horror because straight pride wants to celebrate existing, while we have been fighting to survive.
Yeah.
When I imagine that parade, I imagine a funeral procession, you dancing on our grave. I wonder how you could ever be okay with that.
Judges, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1, got 2, got 3, got 4. Easy mouse. Quick mouse. Easy mouse. Good mouse. I don't know. I heard a British guy say it, and I was like, quick mouse. I have nothing. That's wild. Y'all created the language, you still fuck it up. It's from England. Fuck you, don't come here. I have a husband, but like, don't let that man get in the way of our love. Okay, he's in my garage for a reason. So, everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you, 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 thank you. This is my serious. Turn off the music. It's serious now. When you see me, I'm so serious, super serious. I am an educator. I get the privilege to greet 434 middle schoolers and high schoolers into their careers. There are a lot of kids that are queer and may not know it. There are a lot of kids that are queer and definitely know it. I try to be a safe space for those kids because I did not have a safe space in my high school and middle school to be who I was. And I am so grateful that I get to hold this position as assistant principal at my school to do that. I didn't like drag, but like, I don't know, shit. Anyway, so if you are interacting with youth, because those old asses, we already either you gay or you is not, or you like weirdly don't know you're gay, or like you gay, but like I can't do it. Have you? Anyway, so there are generations that are coming up behind us. If you know a kid that is gay or queer or curious or trans, please protect our trans babies. Please protect our trans babies. That's my only political. It's not political because like my life is a political apparently. So like, please protect our babies. Please protect our babies. Please, 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 please. That's kind of like Price is Right, like New Year pets and shit. That's my like protect our fucking kids, man. This is wild on here. Anyway, so are we ready? But we're not ready. This is what I need to do. He's not calculating anymore, but what we are going to do is honor one of our friends. He is one of my favorite human beings in the world, and also his fashion sense is incredible. And I'm so grateful. He was like, I want to do a poem. So like, I'm like begging, right, to do like, he comes here and he's like, I'm gonna look fly, but I'm just gonna be in the back and drinking my tie. I'm like, fuck you, you're being so fucking cool. Like, I love you all the same. So one of our dear friends, and also he's a slammer. Motherfucker be writing, okay? He's gonna do our poem to close out for the night, and then we're gonna give you the people that make the money. So keep clapping.
I played my most successful role in my early 20s. Tough, distant, so many marketable skills, so few emotional needs. I didn't play this role very convincingly, but people were still convinced because it was the role they wanted to see me in. It's a character with no range, no clear motive, and most importantly, easy to replace in the next season. When I was in first grade, new drugs had just entered the market to help children stop acting like children. Then we were ready for our new role. Part expressionless automaton, part amphetamine addict. In middle school, the director told me my character needs to be more dominant, more aggressive. Or in the next performance, I'll play the role of stage prop or floorboard. But I decided I'd rather be fucking walked on than hate myself for playing the villain like they told me to. In high school, I lived in Utah, where people are given the most one-dimensional roles I've ever seen. Rebecca was my best friend, a trans woman. They told her, play the role of boy, or you'll be excommunicated from your family. Her church leaders played the role of people who knew more about her identity than she did. In Utah, the word patriarchy is still commonly used with positive connotations. Boys there aren't expected to have self-control, but they are expected to control others. So after high school, I moved from St. George to Salt Lake City, where everyone plays the same role, hipster. This is a character that no longer exists in society. The most difficult and crucial part of playing the character of hipster was convincing yourself and everyone else that you were the only hipster-looking and acting person that wasn't a hipster. You were too cool and detached to actively participate in a culture that was too cool and detached, to actively participate in mainstream culture that was becoming more cool and detached, to imitate your hipster culture, making it not cool anymore. I went to the Omni Resort in Barton Creek today to talk to the F&B director. and I walked by two men talking casually about hitting someone in the face with a baseball bat versus a golf club. One guy was holding a golf club and swinging it at the other guy's head, stopping just short of the connecting blow, while talking about whatever fractures it might cause, whatever skull fragments shattering off. The other person trying very hard not to flinch or appear uncomfortable while participating in this clinical discussion about murder brought on by sporting equipment. Aside from the people swinging baseball bats and golf clubs at each other's heads, I think we're becoming more aware of our roles we're inhabiting, and it's giving us a chance to heal. Performance doesn't mean deception. Embodying some characters can teach us so much. So here's the dressing room. You can see every costume I've ever put on, all the fragile and ill-fitting fabric. They all held the same frightened soul, just hoping for something to make sense. In any meaningful performance, there is truth and there is illusion. And you can get lost in either one.
I can't even express how I feel. Speaking of Ryan, we have double Ryans tonight. Give it up for your bartender tonight, Ryan Steve. Amy loved us. We know we have abandonment issues. We talked to her about it. We went to our therapist. We got it. But Ryan is doing such an amazing job. Thank you so much. All right, can I have all of the finalists come up here, please? So everybody that's playing tonight, bring your hands up here. All right, while I'm coming up here, every Wednesday night, we have Oscar Launcher Slam. Normally we have a podcast on Thursdays, but I think that shit got canceled.
We got shit going on tomorrow.
Which, amen.
Which you should also know.
But it's canceled.
Is it? Oh,
We may have shit going on tomorrow.
Going on. However, normally on Thursdays we have a podcast, Awesome Poetry Podcast. It's me, it's Mr. Dave, it's Rachel Z, it's Christopher Michael, and it's Michael Hatcher. And we're just talking shit. It's on YouTube, it's on Twitch, it's also on Facebook. We just talking shit. And also on Instagram. Please go on to those things. If you want to know what Off the Poetry, just put Off the Poetry. I promise you'll find us on YouTube. Okay. All right. I closed the book because I don't. All of you so much. Thank you so much for bringing me into this program. I'm just kidding. All right. This is serious. Like, first of all, first question. Do you all have Venmo? All right, everybody's gonna get paid. Because if you don't have Venmo, I don't know. I don't know how the economy works outside of that. It's called his fucking birthday. They're gonna say happy birthday because that's what we do around here. The gayest of us all. The king of queens. The king of the ring. Name, last of the world.
I don't like
Thank you so much for coming out.
Please, if you're all real queer people, the same as you with anyone else. We're all just human. End of the day.
I want to say one quick thing. There are some people that are not here tonight that did not come out here for Gay Slam. That's fine. I appreciate you all that may not be gay or not be part of the LGBTQIA plus, and you still fucking came. Because that's what allyship is. Just sit here and listen to our asses. I appreciate that. If you didn't get to make it out tonight, this is not to guilt you. This is just to guilt you. Okay. But we gonna say something. So, all right. So we gonna say happy birthday. Colton, take your ass out here. First of all, Colton just got his degree. You can tell us that university, right? He has a last year you can tell us that. You been blacking too long. Okay, here we go. The ultimate. Okay, I'm so sorry, I'm going to you. Okay, here we go. We're going to say a regular happy birthday because, frankly, they ain't no black people. So I want to say happy birthday. Regular happy birthday. The ladies that made up the song, they dead now, so we can say it now. It's a part of the lexicon of the United States of America. Fuck you, America. All right, here we go. All right. So just a regular happy birthday. And then if you want to stay for the others, I'm not gonna hold you to it, okay? All right. We're gonna do the loop. We're gonna do Stevie Wonder, but just wait.
Okay. That's all that's in my brain.
Stevie, just wait. All right. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paul.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you. I'm gonna take some most relaxed. Oh, we did. Yes. Wait for you tonight. I turned in my fucking finals. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you. I know. That was my apparently my